Hi betting experts, day one at the Cheltenham Festival. Tuesday, the ground's soft after a fairly wet few days in the lead up to the festival. Should be no excuses. A cracking card. We start off with the Supreme Novices at 1:30. Now I think the recent rain has tilted things very much in favour of Constitution Hill. Nicky Henderson's strapping type really has created a deep impression in winning both starts so far at Sandown in really deep ground in the Tolworth. Last time out, he's a straightforward ride. He'll be positive from the gun. They'll keep pulling out extra up the hill. I think he's a relentless galloper. The form of that Tolworth's been well franked by the tailed off 4th and 5th since. I think it's the best English form in the race. Now there's a chance some of the Irish horses might be different level, but I'm pretty confident in the conditions that Constitution Hill will have too much stamina for his stablemate John Bon, who for me wants good ground and Aintree. He's a really strong traveller, quite a free-going sort with a very smart turn of foot. I know the stable think John Bon's all speed and Constitution Hill's a stayer, and I suspect under these circumstances Constitution Hill can get the English off to a flying start in what promises to be a very tricky week for the UK trainers. The 2:10, the Arkle, well, Edwardstone was a useful hurdler, but nothing more than a top-class handicapper really. But he's been a revelation since going over fences this winter, jumping superbly, showing a fantastic attitude to win graded races at Sandown and Kempton. Now he has been beating the same sort of horses, third time lucky, etc. in small fields, and again the Irish challenge is certainly very strong. Riviere de Tel is the one I fear most, but Edwardstone for Alan King, whose horses are coming back right after a quiet couple of months. The third race on the opening day at the Cheltenham Festival is the Ultima Handicapped Chase, and Gordon Elliott had a very strong hand at the entry stage. He's chosen to run Death Duty, who reportedly is his best handicapped horse over the 4 days. Now Death Duty is 4 from 12 over fences. He had been in the wilderness for most of the winter, but he bounced right back to his best last time out in Ireland over 3 mile 4, coming through strongly to land, quite a gamble. His proven stamina for further should count for plenty up the hill in what's sure to be a very truly run race, and he looks a fair price at around about 8-1. The 3:30, the champion hurdle, well really, Honeysuckle looks one of the bankers of the week. She's now gathering a public following that reminds me very much of Dawn Run in the 1980s. She posted a career best effort when winning the 2021 renewal of the champion hurdle. She's 14 from 14 in total. She does idle a little bit in front. I thought she was doing so when she won in workmanlike style last time out, but really she looks absolute banker material around about 4-6. I'm not sure there's a second in to be truthful. All the English horses are well held, and the other thing about Honeysuckle, she's still been running blinders when Henry de Bromhead's been out of form, but he's very much back in the groove now. He's had 3 recent winners. I'm not worried about stable form at all. I think she's a class above these. I think she'll quick and clear and put them to bed before the last. The mare's hurdle at 4:10, well, Royal Kahala comes from an unknown farmer's stable really, Peter Fahy, but he knows what he's doing with a few horses, and this one is probably priced up slightly bigger than her actual form suggests she should be against some of the bigger stables. She's tough, she's genuine, she revels in soft ground, she's liable to get a positive ride, be in the van throughout and keep pulling up the hill. I'm pretty confident she'll run a really big race. The 4:50, the Boodles, a usual minefield here of unexposed horses. I can pass on a very strong word for Dan Skelton's Too Friendly, who is very strongly fancied for this handicap debut from potentially a lenient mark, but I am worried about the soft ground for him, and I'm going to row in with Gaelic Warrior here, who was reportedly purchased to win the Supreme for Willie Mullins, and when he got a mark of 129, they couldn't believe it. They decided they have to hold on to him and wait for handicaps. They think he's got a stone in hand. I suspect he's going to be a very heavily backed horse. He's attracted all the right money in the last few weeks, and they're getting out stakes at 5:30. The National Hunt Challenge Chase, a real marathon, will Run Wild Fred of Gordon Elliott ticks every box for this race. He's only tackled an extreme test of stamina once in his career so far, in April 2021, when he was second over 3 mile 5 in the Irish Grand National. He's a strong traveller, revels in soft ground, everything looks in his favour. He should take an awful lot of beating. Best of luck on day 1 at the Cheltenham Festival, betting experts.